My name is Renee Rhodes. I am the DM for Fate and the Fable Maidens, which is a family-friendly D&D actual play podcast. And I am here with some wonderful players from Scraticus Academy. We're going to be playing some D&D, but it is also Magic the Gathering themed, set in Ravnica, thanks to our hosts, Pastimes and Wizard of the Coast, who have us here today. So we're going to go down the row, and all of these lovely people will get to introduce themselves so that you know who we are, what we do, and who we're playing today.
Hi everyone, I'm Scraticus. I run the Scraticus Academy with my wonderful wife Alice. We make content for new gamers to come and learn to play D&D all the time. We've got a new season starting up on the 12th of August. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Do I introduce character now or after we've done that?
You should go ahead and say your character, I'd say, yeah.
Today I will be playing Fudge. Fudge is a Loxodon assassin who likes to nurture bonsai trees.
Of course he does, yeah. I'm the other half of the Scraticus Academy, so I won't repeat that again. But I'm playing Andri, who is a Simic hybrid from Ravnica, and she's a rogue.
Hi, I'm Avery. I go by Mapbout Online. I am an artist and a cosplayer. I am also part of the cast on some of Scraticus Academy's shows. And I'm going to be playing Ember, who is a Vidalcan swashbuckler rogue. And she's like so happy to not be around her parents.
I already relate to her. Hi everyone, I am Sarah. You can find me on Sarah Somatic on Twitter. I DM and produce the 5e Dungeons & Dragons podcast, Sacrosanct RP. Today I am playing the Spore Druid, Druid Circle of the Spore, which I've just written, Spore Druid. That's all that matters. Their name is Lark. He goes by he, him. And basically he just likes to be in the shadows, taking care of mushrooms.
I will say that I just now learned character names, so I don't know that I will remember them. So I will be referring to everyone by their names. But we've all gotten the chance to play together some before online, and this is our first time playing together live, and we're pretty excited about it. So thanks to everyone for being here. Oh, thank you. Oh, water. Pass them down, pass them down. These are beautiful and perfect and exactly what a streamer's heart desires. Water.
Hydrate.
Thank you. All right, and with that magical appearance, let's get started. The four of you are on the road. Fudge, Scrat.
Yes.
You have heard tell of an abandoned bonsai tree. Someone left it there on the side of the road. And who could do such a horrible thing? In fact, if this bonsai tree is to be saved, it must be you who saves it.
Yes.
And takes it back to your garden to nurture and care for. Please tell us a little bit about your character and what your role is in your guild, the Selesnya Conclave, in the city of Ravnica.
Well, I'm mostly, and Fudge, by the way, hi, nice to meet you. I mostly look after most of the wildlife, because, you know, in the Selesnya Conclave, we really like to look after nature and peace and stuff. Unless people are, like, trying to hurt nature, then we protect it with force. You know, it sounds like this nature's in danger, so I would have gathered my friends to come and help me. And we're going to bring it back.
Perfect. And you've taken along several people today who can help you through this. Alice, why has your character come along today? Tell us a little bit about them and what they do in the Selesnya Conclave.
Hi, I'm Andri, and I'm really, really small, but I'm really, really good at scouting and moving around, and no one sees me coming. I love shiny things, and if I like them, I take them.
Okay, yeah. Avery.
Yes.
Why have you come along today, and what is your role in the Selesnya Conclave?
So, like, I don't actually do much. I think my mom's, like, the treasurer or something. I don't know. I just know that she tries to rope me into everything, and I just saw this group leaving, and I'm like, this is way better than whatever she had in mind for me.
Of course, this is an adventure.
Yeah.
A real
it's
proper
outside
adventure.
and away from all of these old people who want me to do things.
And lastly, Sarah, why has your character come along today, and what is their role in the Selesnya Conclave?
Well, Lark believes that bonsai trees shouldn't be bonsais.
Okay.
So we're going to rescue wherever this tree probably escaped to so they could actually grow to be a full tree. And pretty much what I do is I kind of hide in the shadows and make sure that there's no disease that spreads through the woods, because it's very important that health of the trees are maintained and they grow properly.
They're all such good friends, so helpful to each other, everyone. Now, Fudge, when you heard tell of this abandoned bonsai tree, you didn't know exactly how far away it was from the guild tree, which is where you all make your home, the most central part of the Selesnya Conclave. And you head out from the guild hall along this quest. What does Fudge do along the road? How does Fudge pass the time?
I mostly try to start conversations, I guess. But I'm really good at walking, and Andrew's really quick. So it's difficult to like try and pin Andrew down for a conversation. But I'm really used to my other friends. Well, okay, just the one, I guess. We're kind of new. Hi.
Hello.
We're gonna find a bonsai tree.
Yes, we are. Quickly, also.
Yeah, I'm walking as quick as I can.
I don't believe that's true.
I have 4 feet, sometimes.
I reach out and touch his nose, and a little flower sprouts on the very trunk. And then I keep walking.
It's so pretty.
Alice, how does your character pass the time on the road?
Andrea is constantly talking to herself, bouncing. She's constantly talking to herself, going to each tree, to each new thing, each mushroom, each rock. It's like, ooh, this is nice, pocket some of it, and kind of ignore the group, not in an antisocial way. She's just distracted very, very quickly, but
Right.
she will see the flower on the end of Fudge's trunk, sort of pause, edge towards it, look at it, pick it, and walk away. Pick it and walk away.
Oh.
Ew.
And Avery,
Yes, ma'am?
how does your character pass the time on the road?
In stark contrast to Alice's character, she avoids the party, or like doesn't talk to the party in a definitely antisocial way, but very much enjoys watching this tea happen, and watches it all unfold as she like fidgets with like lockpicking and stuff like that she has in her pocket. But she is watching these two very closely and just waiting for the other shoe to drop because she can sense some top quality drama.
It does seem like there's just the slightest bit of tension there, but maybe Sarah's description of what her character is doing on the road may help enlighten us a bit. Sarah?
So, Lark really likes to stay in the shadow. And he does it in such a way where he just kind of crests around shadows and never steps directly into the sunlight. And for the most part, since I can't hear very well, I think he can't hear very well either, so he probably just nods when there's conversation going.
Perks
Sure.
of being streaming at a very large convention with incredible amounts of people. But much to your pleasure, it starts to get darker really quickly. And that's strange. The sun should not be going down this early in the day. It's more like night is falling over the woods at the wrong time. You start to see just tendrils of fog in between the trees in the distance, and the shadows have grown longer, broader. You're not having to jump through patches of sunlight anymore. It's easier to walk. But it is strange.
I think I'm okay with this.
Hey, I'm not. It's not supposed to be dark yet. I know. I would remember. I never forget.
All right, let me take a look at things. Can I roll a perception check to see what's going on?
I'm sorry?
Can I roll either perception or nature?
You may. Yes,
Okay.
whichever you like.
Okie dokie.
Oh? Oh?
This doesn't ever happen to me, so I'm actually really excited about this. I got a natural 20.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Yes. You got this. This is like so good for you. You've been waiting for this all day, except it's only mid-afternoon, and so like usually you have to wait longer. But it's like night has fallen, and yet as you look around through the trees and through this fog, you see a light flickering ahead. It's a blue light off in the distance, and it looks like about the size from where you can see, like a candle's flame of blue off in the distance. Just floating there, just there.
Cool. I'm probably gnawing on something at the moment. A leaf. We're not sure if it's edible. And then I just point and then look at Fudge.
What is it?
Blue.
What's what?
Trunk.
Ah,
And I'll run straight towards it.
okay.
Oh,
You run straight towards it. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
17.
Okay, you do well as this large creature, shadowy and shaded, drops down in front of you. Scrat, could you tell us one feature about this creature?
Well, we've already mentioned the trunk. It does give them some range. Oh wait, this creature?
The creature
Oh,
that has
oh,
just
oh.
appeared in front of Alice's character.
oh.
Be nice.
Anything.
You could single-handedly kill all of us right now.
It's really, really magical.
It's really magical.
We're talking really magical. Let's just throw an artifact on this thing straight away. It's something ridiculously magical.
Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of artifact strapped across it. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, but it's giving off this magical aura, this magical energy. Avery,
Yes,
what color is this creature?
I think it's very much a similar blue to the candle, but it kind of like goes through a spectrum of blue, but it's mostly around that same blue candle flicker that Lark saw.
Yes, absolutely. And Sarah, can you give us one more feature of this creature? Something like a physical aspect of them.
Okay. It has anime eyes.
Alice, suddenly you are confronted by this creature. And it's not so frightening as just strange. You've passed your saving throw. You know, like, what is this thing?
Yeah, she stands looking at it, slightly perplexed for a while, watches it just stand there and hover, and is like, hello, like just waves briefly to see if it says anything.
Okay,
She talks a lot.
I'm going to say this is a very interesting check I'm going to ask you to make here, and I'm going to ask you to make Arcana.
4.
Okay, it doesn't so much wave back as it lashes out at you. What is your AC?
14.
You're fine. In fact, it like kind of phases past your shoulder slightly and then draws back, and you just feel like the slightest chill, like the spine tingling cold. But it's fine. You're fine. It didn't actually hurt.
Yeah, it just sort of shudders, shakes it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
What are the rest of you doing?
It's like, I don't know what you expected to happen, but that pretty much checks out what I thought was going to happen.
What would you have done?
Not done that. Can I approach this thing at all? Like,
Yes,
look
you
at
may.
it? What is
Yeah.
it doing?
It's just lingering in front of you, just like bulky and in your way, and it's just there, and it didn't do anything until Alice waved at it.
If I, step to one side, is it in front of this candlelight?
It is in front of the candlelight, yes.
If I, step to one side to look like I want to move around it, does it, step with me?
It does. It kind of shudders a bit, and it moves in this, fluid, strange, shadowy motion just to be in front of you. And it looks exactly the same as it did in front of Alice, just slightly more in front of you.
Alrighty. Can I keep doing that? Can I slide to the left? And take it back now, y'all.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you do this, Alice, you keep looking at it, and it looks exactly the same as it did, but over there, Avery's just moving around. You get to the other side. What do you do?
Oh, so I'm in front of this candle?
Yes. You reach out to the candle.
I want to taunt.
Okay.
I touch it.
You touch it.
Yes.
I'm going to say roll me an Arcana check, please.
Arcana?
Yes.
I'm not good at that. That's a natural 20.
Whoa! Okay, I mean, if you had to roll 2 natural 20s in the first 10 minutes of the game, the one at Gen Con is the one to do it. Make memories, tell stories, and you touch this flame, and it lights up a bright orange light, and suddenly this clearing is well lit. It's not sunlight. There's the darkness has not been erased from here, but suddenly you can see again. There's sort of a path forwards through the woods that has been cleared of fog, and this flame, whatever it is, has lit the clearing so much the creature has vanished.
I did it.
And Andrew's just standing at where this creature once was and reaches out, and nothing there.
Roll me a perception check, please. Or investigation, either one.
Oh my gosh, 2.
Okay, yeah, it's just gone. It just poofed. You were watching, and suddenly there was kind of a flash of light, and that distracted you, and it vanished in that time, that short, brief window of time.
Yeah, she sort of shrugs and goes, okay, and starts trotting after you.
What just happened?
Yeah, aren't we looking for a tree?
That didn't look like a tree. What was it?
I think I need to ask a really important question. Do you know where we're going?
Yes.
Can I roll insight?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
May I counter with deception?
Yes.
You first.
Okay, you first. If it's a natural 20, I swear.
It's not a natural 20, but it is 25 total.
Meets it, beats it. Oh! It's a 19
Okay.
plus 6.
Wow, yes. Okay, you... Scrat, what is Fudge hiding?
Fudge got lost. He tells people that elephants never forget, but he has no idea. Someone told him directions. He was heading down the road. It was all going so well. We were having conversations. It was fun. I've got no idea where I'm going.
I think in this period of time, Lark is probably just moving forward. Is the flame still there, or is it gone?
The flame is still there, just kind of lit and flickering, floating midair.
Okay. He'll probably crouch and see if there are any footsteps on the ground.
Can you roll me an investigation, please?
Wow, I rolled really high, everyone. But I have a -1, so it's 16.
Okay, that's still really not bad. As you look around the scene, you notice something. How good of a look did you get at the creature earlier?
I was pretty enamored with those anime eyes.
Yes.
I did like the color. It was a really nice color. I don't look at the sky very often, so it's a nice color to see. So I think I got a pretty good sight.
Yeah. So as you're kind of looking, you notice that right in front of Alice's character is it's the artifact that the creature seemed to be wearing slung across its shoulder earlier.
Can I touch it?
Yes, you touch it, and nothing happens. It stays still and unmoving on the ground.
Hey everyone, it's not moving anymore.
The creature has vanished, but all of you now see this artifact that has fallen to the ground wherever it used to be.
I mean, like, I got rid of it, so can I, like, take this? I'm gonna take this.
You want to
I just
pick it up?
Yeah, I just grab it.
Okay, yeah. Do you do anything with it?
What exactly does it look like?
It looks like a very ornate belt.
Is it my size?
You'd have to, like, pull the strap through quite a bit, but that could be fashionable.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
Okay, yes. You pull this strap through, and it is definitely big. It's kind of like it braces a lot of your upper body, but, like, if you strike a pose, you look good.
Yeah, I have absolutely struck a pose, and
Yes.
I am, like, looking down and admiring this.
So I guess the burning question right now, not to make a pun, is what's the flame doing? What's the flame doing?
The flame is just flickering in the air, an orange color now.
Why is it here?
I mean, like, I'm gonna take a few steps towards it. Does it, like, move?
It doesn't move. Can you roll me a perception check, though?
Perception? I don't know math. That's a 23.
Okay, yes. You see ahead of you, down this path farther and just behind the orange light, another blue flame flickering in the distance.
Okay, so, like, if y'all look that way, there's another one of these things. Do you think there's more of, like, the things that were wearing these? And I point to the belt. I shotty not touching this one this time. I did what? I've done my piece.
So you think we should just like walk around the forest, just like touching flames?
I mean, like, it's better than being at the guild.
That's not true. There's trees at the guild.
I walk towards the flame.
Okay. You walk towards the flame. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
It's a 14.
14. At the 14, you freeze in your step. Avery,
Yes.
what is your character most afraid of?
Wow. Oh no. I think they're afraid that they're going to be stuck in the same situation this whole time, that they're not going to be able to break free of like this overbearing parental, like, just presence, I guess.
Yes,
Which is
yeah.
why they are like lashing out, I guess, and joining strangers in the forest.
This fear starts to physically manifest around you. You feel your feet drop out from under you as if the ground is gone, and yet somehow you're sinking into it, like it has a hold on you, like you can't escape or move from exactly where you're standing. And you can see your friends around you, but they don't seem to be affected by this same thing.
Is crying a free action?
Yes.
I do that. Yeah, so you just see Ember just start like holding herself and just like crouches down, I suppose. And there's zero explanation for it. She doesn't say anything.
Yes, and none of the rest of you can see what is happening to them right now.
It's the belt. I knew it was the belt. You don't just put on someone's clothes.
I just sort of walk over and pat you on the head, like, not too sure why you're upset, but try to make you feel better about it.
She just like...
You cling to them right when they come next to you, but your feet don't move. Like, you can, like, lean, but, like, you can't step away from wherever you were standing, even with this friend by your side.
I think I'm stuck. Both, like, in my house and with my family, and, like, literally right now.
Stand up.
Okay, I try to move again.
You cannot.
I can't.
Like, and Andrew's just going to take your hands, not understand, just try and pull you, like literally just start pulling you across.
Yeah. You pull, and they're not moving. Their feet seem to be just glued to the spot on the ground, and like as they lean, they start to kind of like tip, but they're not able to move their feet from the spot they're standing.
Yeah, I immediately look to Fudge and go, yeah, she's stuck.
I run towards my friendly packer. You know how to fix everything. Fix this.
What? I do?
Yeah, fix it. You fix the trees.
All right. I guess you're not wrong. And then I will go up to them where they're crouching on the ground, and I will just mushroom on their head. Just sprouts out of their hair.
Why?
This is... Are you fixed yet?
What did
Am
you
I
do?
fixed yet?
What did you do?
Just grew a mushroom on my head.
Druidcraft mushroom.
It's very fashionable. Maybe. It's a new thing. A new trend. Trendsetter!
I mean, I look great, but I still can't move.
Yeah.
Can I move my arms and stuff fine?
Yes.
With a lot of hesitation and a lot of like tears in my eyes, I remove my fancy new belt.
Okay. You do. Nothing seems to happen. You instantly look less cool. But like only a little bit, because you're pretty cool to start out with. See? Save.
And for some reason I feel more sure of myself. I don't know why, but I still can't move.
The flame still flickers out of reach and a little ways away from you. That just blue flame in front of you. But you can't seem to move towards it.
I could move towards the flame. I'll move towards the flame. I'm gonna go and snuffle it.
You snuffle it, and the flame lights orange in the same way that the last did, filling this clearing too with just a warm light. And Avery, suddenly you feel your feet unstuck. You feel that weight lifted from your shoulders. You feel like you're not so trapped. Your fears may still be there when you get home. I can't say that your mom's not scary, but like right now, it feels better. You're with friends, and there's warmth here.
I fixed this one. I fixed it.
No, I'm pretty sure I did fix that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh my god, I like literally owe you my life.
Oh no, it wasn't me. They fixed it.
You're welcome. You look better under a black light now.
Thanks. put the belt back on.
You put the belt back on, yes. And do you continue forward?
I'm not. I'm gonna stay back this time.
Okay.
My hubris has hurt me before.
Yes. Oh, completely understandable. And as you pass this orange flame, you see something sort of shimmering in the air. It's hard to tell exactly what it is. It looks like a solid object, but like it's not quite there yet. Like it's not fully present.
You know, I think we should take a minute before we touch this one.
I'm not touching it.
Bad things seem to happen when we touch things.
I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it. And suddenly, a bright, shining sword appears into existence, just floating above this orange flame. And the flame doesn't burn, but it's just that subtle warmth. And this sword is gleaming and magnificent and truly great craftsmanship, just floating in the air there as you kind of poke it.
Uh-huh. I'm also going to poke the sword.
Yeah.
It's a sword.
It moves a little bit and then it clatters to the ground.
Oh, boy. Do you want this one, too? I feel like if anything is cursed, we should just keep it all in one place.
I like that. Put all the curses in one place, yeah. That way we know where the curses are.
I want to go home. However, I do want a sword.
Okay. Yes. You take the sword and it's light. It doesn't weigh nearly as much as it looks like it weighs, and you're perfectly able to wield it. And now you have this magnificent belt, this magnificent sword, and it's starting to look like pieces are coming together.
I see no way that this can go wrong for me.
Yeah.
I give the sword a couple swings. Does it feel good?
It feels really good. In fact, you feel like you could be proficient in it just by wielding it now. Alice, could you please roll me a perception check?
Oh god. 19.
Yet again, you see another blue flame down the path into the forest.
Andrew will approach this one much slower. Very,
Okay.
actually hands outreached and just sort of look at the others. There's been a fancy belt and a shiny sword that has come out of this. She's going to touch it.
Okay, you touch it. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
God, 5.
Oh. What are you most afraid of?
She is afraid of silence.
Silence. Suddenly, the world goes completely silent. You would not be able to tell from the convention outside, but it is completely, utterly devoid of sound around you. You cannot hear a thing. From before, you could hear the whispers of a breeze through the trees. You could hear the sound of animals and wildlife far off in the woods, where you're not sure. You hadn't really seen much since entering this strange, unnatural nighttime. And you can't hear anyone around you.
Can I see them?
Yes.
Yeah, she sort of covers and uncovers her ears. Is like, hello? Hello.
You cannot hear yourself either.
Can the rest of us hear her though?
The rest of you can hear her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She starts getting very loud. She can't hear herself. And she just keeps repeating, hello? And like starts going over
Hey.
to Fudge and is like trying to grab hold of them. It's like,
I can hear you just fine.
But you cannot hear Fudge.
We should reverse this. I should not make sound and you should.
and again, she's just shouting very loudly, making wild arm gestures to try and get some sort of communication. She starts to panic and she sits down and just constantly covering and uncovering her ears and trying to make sound herself. You can hear her humming, like really loudly, but she can't.
Fudge will come in front of you, and this is going to be interesting. They're going to take their trunk and like tap their ear.
And she points and taps back, like nodding.
He lifts up. What do you call a loxodon foot? A loxodon foot, and taps it twice. He's starting charades with you.
Yeah, and you physically see her sigh at that, but she continues.
He's gonna spend like 15 minutes trying to like charade out what's the problem.
I can't hear you.
How long does it take you to get to that point?
I'm just screaming.
It's not all 15 minutes, right?
No. I literally, as soon as I realize what he's doing, I'm like, no, I can't hear you.
Good. Spare us and the rest of the party.
No.
I think Lark waits about 30 seconds and then starts looking for another sparkle or flame.
Yes, the flame is there. It's just out of reach. And in fact, Alice had just reached it before suddenly just like stopping and falling to the ground and holding her ears.
Well, I will definitely go up to her. Got this. And I will bloom another mushroom on her head. This will take a moment to take effect.
Just there, like, checking.
You grow a mushroom on Alice's head as well?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, you are now matching. Twinsies!
I will start toward the flame.
You slowly reach out towards the flame, and as you touch it, it burns bright, lights the clearing. A strange shape seems to take place above it, shimmering in the air. And Alice, you can hear again.
But she suddenly realizes how loudly she's speaking and how loudly she's having to. Yeah, okay. No, it's fine now. Must have just been
It's not a cantrip. It's not a book.
Stop. It's appreciated. Stop.
Oh.
The shape is still shimmering above the flame in the air. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, but it's a bit bigger than the last one was.
Is it like another cursed item? Can I have it?
Please. You want it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna touch it?
Yeah.
Okay, you touch it.
Yeah.
And suddenly, like, this armor appears in the air, just as magnificent as the sword and the belt, and it's all one outfit. You know, this coordinates.
Oh my god, like, this is so much better than the outfits my mom picked out for me. I'm gonna take it. And, like, what is it like?
It's like
metal?
shoulders and a chest plate as well.
Okay.
But, like, if you put it on, do you put it on?
Of course I do.
You put it on, and it is light. It's lightweight and easy, and it blends right into your belt, which is, oh, so fashionable, pulled tight around your body. And you have this sword, and like the jewels in the hilt of the sword and the blade are there along the neckline of this armor as well. Truly matching.
Gotta say, guys, this is pretty great.
I'm concerned. Are you sure about this? Okay. You are really brave.
I'm like 15. I've never been sure about anything in my life.
Oh no, why are you out here?
Why are they out here? You look like 7.
That's rude. I'm like 26.
Having a crisis.
Hearing the concern, Fudge would like to do a history check or something like to see if he recognizes this suit.
I think that's great. Does Fudge have any knowledge of Selesnya Conclave history?
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll me history.
That would be a unnatural 1.
It's shiny.
I think this is fine.
Shiny things are always fine, right?
That's why they're shiny.
That's how D&D works. Shiny things never get you into trouble.
I feel a lot of doubt towards that statement, but Ember does not.
Yes, and as you're standing there admiring your new fabulous outfit, another blue flame appears off in the distance.
I mean, I don't know what could, be added to this outfit to make it better, but I'm here for it.
We found armor, a sword, a belt.
Am I gonna get a hat?
You have a hat. It's a mushroom.
Oh, yeah. Am I gonna get another hat?
What is wrong with this hat? It matches Alice's hat.
It's going to protect you from crying so much. It's worked so far.
I mean, you're not wrong. Let's touch this blue flame.
Who approaches the blue flame first? Not Alice.
I could go. I have had good experiences.
Yeah, go.
touching the flames.
Okay.
Only
turn.
good things have happened. Poop.
As you approach the blue flame, please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
We never learn.
13.
13. Scrat, what is Fudge most afraid of?
Fire.
Oh, God. This blue flame, you touched... I love hate you. This blue flame that you're reaching out towards seems to jump towards you, and instead of you touching it, it leaps up your arm in this just row of flame that only you can see and no one else can. And while it doesn't seem to burn you, it is still burning bright all up your arm now and continues to just spread across your body, and it's reaching down your trunk now towards that flower at the end.
No.
What if the flower burns? The trees around you look like they're burning now. The fire has spread to all of them.
The trees, no. Oh.
Larry, do the thing.
Everything's on fire.
He already has a... Oh,
It feels so familiar.
I understand. It's got to be the right piece of vegetation. He's very tall, though. I can't get to the top of his head very easily.
Do you want a boost?
What are you doing, Fudge? How are you reacting to this?
With the trunk everywhere,
Okay.
just
Oh. It's not working, yeah, no. In fact, if anything, it seems to spread faster. You're just blowing on fire. It spreads down your legs. It's all over the ground.
Oh no!
It looks like it's starting to lick up the legs of your friends now. It's starting to spread up them as well.
Oh no!
I don't know why he's saying oh no at me, so I start to... Can I just run to the flame and touch it after seeing what happened to me?
Yes. You run to the flame and touch it, and it turns a bright orange color, lights up, the clearing clears, and suddenly the fire is gone, Fudge. Just extinguished.
We need to check it. The trees might need fixing. They're all on fire.
It doesn't matter which vegetation it is. Flower also works, I suppose. The trees are fine.
The trees do look fine now that the fire has disappeared. It's like it was only burning in your mind.
I'm not sure how I feel about touching fire.
I feel like that's a reasonable response to have to fire in general.
Again, there's a shimmering shape just in the air above the orange flame.
What's it look like?
it's hard to tell. No, have you touched it yet?
No.
It's just, it's big.
I have now touched it.
Okay. It's big. This big shield suddenly comes into existence above this flame.
Do you feel like we're being prepared for something?
No, why?
I don't know. It's just this weird feeling.
Yeah, the local fashion show, and I grab it.
You grab it, and oh my gosh, this ensemble, it's like it glows, and it glows bright as you strike this pose with this outfit, and it pierces the darkness around you, and suddenly the shadows are starting to disappear and move back towards the trees that create them. You can see the sun coming through again, through the overhead, and the path is looking more normal, like you were traveling down earlier. Like you can see it in front of you, and it's not foggy and weird, and there are no more blue flames lighting the path.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, bright. It's bright and shining.
Is it like emanating from the armor?
It is.
I mean, it's not a tree, but it's still pretty cool.
I guess if you're into that sort of thing. Now that the path is normal, can I see a tree?
Roll me a perception check, please. Yes. Just in the distance, now that the path is normal again, you see a small potted bonsai tree waiting for your love.
I race over to it first.
I
I break into a full run.
I'm gonna get there first.
Sprint.
Roll me dexterity checks against each other, I guess.
Just straight dexterity. Dirty 20.
Ah, you win.
You were so hopeful for a moment, but no, they get there first.
I take it,
Okay,
and I'm going to cast Speak with Plants.
okay, you speak with, yes, absolutely.
And I'm going to ask the bonsai tree first. You want to be big, don't you?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I know. Do you know anything about this armor?
Yes. Dream big.
Should we leave it on her?
Yes. She looks great, doesn't she?
Curses, too, tend to look pretty great.
Oh, no, it's not a curse.
What is it?
It's a blessing. From Matselesnia, the goddess of this, well, everything.
Okay.
She used to be the living guild pack. Anything?
Can you roll me history, please?
Sure.
Welcome to Ravnica.
8.
You think you've heard something about that before. Like, okay, your guildmaster currently is said to embody the new form of Matselesnia and be, like, this leader for peace and harmony in the world. And, like, that sounds familiar, but you don't know anything beyond that.
I hold the plan up and I #blessed.
I just like give you a look of like understanding and a nod.
Do you keep the plant?
Do I what?
Do you keep the plant?
Yes.
Fudge, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I think the plant should come back to the grove.
Well, we can put it back in the garden, but it's going to grow.
Just a little bit, though.
A little bit this year, a little bit next year.
Yeah, I believe in it.
Me too. Let's go back.
Okay.
Okay. And then I druid craft more flowers on the nose.
Wow.
That's perfect. Okay, as you travel back, I'm going to go through and ask you each a different question than when we first began. Now that you've experienced some of your worst fears, how does Fudge spend the weeks moving forward after rescuing this baby bonsai with big dreams?
Well, first I go around and check all of our safety precautions, you know. I do a full look across, make sure there's nothing that can catch fire near the bonsai trees.
Good.
I make sure that we've got sprinklers and things. And I try not to let Andrew anywhere near anything.
Anything.
Well, they touch things and it breaks, you know. But Ember can touch whatever they like, because when they touch things, they get shiny blessings.
Oh yes, of course.
What? So repeat that.
When you touch things, you get shiny blessings, so you're allowed in.
Yay.
Am I not allowed in the grove at all?
Well, I just try to make you not touch things. I just follow you.
I think that leads into an interesting question, though. Do the rest of you see each other beyond this?
I'm going to try get in the grove.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm banned from something, I'm going to want to go in there.
Okay, great, because, you know, we've still got some time left. That was my content for the day. What you doing and how you doing it.
I think she's going to, do groups of people go into this? Or is it just you?
Well, people can come in and enjoy it, you know. We're all about that, you know, peace stuff.
Yeah, I'm just going to try, or is there like a fence around it, a wall or anything like that?
No, I'm just literally going to keep an eye out for you and follow you if I see you.
Okay. I'm a lot smaller than you, so I want to follow him. I want to do the switcheroo so that I'm constantly walking behind him so I can walk past him whenever I go.
Okay, yeah. This is going to be a stealth roll for you, contested by Fudge's perception. And are you doing anything to prevent this at all? Or are you just kind of going to let this happen? How are you feeling about this grove?
Well, I didn't hear any of it, so...
Oh, Alice is trying to sneak in.
Uh-huh.
And technically, she's not allowed. And now she's trying to just, stay behind Fudge so that she's not seen.
I'm gonna let that happen.
Well,
Good. Thank you.
I know my perception check beats your stealth, right?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Yeah, I got a 17. I'm also gonna let it happen. All the time they're following me, I know where they are.
I do not know this at all. I very happily think I've broken into this orchard or
Right, of course. What do? Do you just follow Fudge around? Is there anything you're looking for now that you're here?
I'm in there because he said I couldn't be in there. And any tools or anything, she'll probably get distracted, look, pick up.
There's a little, I'm sure that there are some gardening tools throughout, shears and a little, what's a claw? The little claw thing?
Rake.
Yeah.
A rake kind of thing.
I don't garden.
Whatever that is, I'll take it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. It could probably be a pretty cool weapon for a rogue, actually. I'm just saying.
Can I try and stealthily steal things back off of her?
Yes, you may.
Do I need to contest this?
Am I doing sleight of hand or stealth?
Sleight of hand.
Nat 20.
Wow, now I just feel like I need...
It's not good today.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5. Just change dice.
I feel like you're being left out, though. Are you the only one who hasn't rolled a natural 20?
Yes. I haven't rolled above 10 yet.
Oh, your poor character. Yeah, no. How does this play out? You just steal them back, tuck them away?
Yeah, well, when they think I'm not looking and they've got their back turned, my trunk just snakes out and just takes the things and puts them back where they belong. Very gentle.
And Alice, you don't notice one bit. But you spend a lot of time following Fudge around the garden. What else do you do in the coming weeks past facing your fears literally?
She finds the noisiest places, like a tavern or something like that, and just sits in them, stays in them until as late as she can, and she won't leave them.
Yes, just absorbing that sound,
like,
listening to
thank
people
God.
talking, hearing the music in the background, the crackling fire.
Everything.
Um,
Yeah, he won't be there. So.
No, I know. It's wonderful to just bask in that. I think the nights get a little bit difficult when things settle down. It's like you hope for that noise in the city outside. You hope that like wildlife is going to be making some sort of sounds that you can hear because you don't want to return to that silence. Avery,
Yes.
how do you spend the following weeks?
That depends on a very important question.
Yes.
How does the guild react to me just waltzing in with what I assume is very holy armor?
Oh, yes. I think that's fantastic. Well, first off, you're approached immediately by some of the higher-ranking officials of Selesnya. And you're taken to the guild hall, which is built into a large tree in the center of the Selesnya Conclave area. It's majestic, it's beautiful. Have you been here before?
Absolutely not.
You walk inside and it's all hollowed out and bright, and as you walk deeper into this tree, you're confronted with the guild leader of Selesnya herself, Tristani, who is a 3-headed dryad.
Cool.
And she, more 3-bodied, as she, turns to face you and see you in this armor as you walk into the room, and she says, "Well, this is an interesting turn of events." And as she speaks, all 3 of her speak in unison, which I can't do right now because we're live and I am only human. But it is powerful and commanding and mystical all at the same time.
I think, initially, she's very almost smug, I guess, before she meets, what was the dragon's name again, sorry?
Tristani.
Yeah, she's initially like, oh man, I went and did something, my mom's gonna be so mad, but also kind of proud, I'm not sure how that's gonna go. But upon meeting this dragon, I think that immediately humbles her, just being in the presence of something like this. And she just kind of realizes, oh, this is a lot bigger than me.
Can we add to this at all?
Yes.
Could we have written a report back about how they performed on the mission? Basically just writing this glowing recommendation to their mom about how good they were for Selesnya.
Is this something you just do in your spare time? You
Yeah,
sit down
no
one
one
night,
asked
you're
me
like,
to do this.
I just feel like they need this.
I figured out who their mom was, and I thought their mom would like to know how they did on their trip.
What, did you sneak out to go on this trip?
Of course I did.
What happened when you got home? How did that conversation go with your mother?
Am I still in the armor when it happens?
Yes.
Okay. I think at first there is that anger from her, but it kind of dissolves into the fact that she was just really worried.
Yes.
She is overbearing because she wants what is best, and now she's realized that her daughter has gone out and done something that absolutely would not have been approved, but has grown a lot because of it. And I think they actually do have a sit down and a proper conversation regarding this, saying, essentially having a discussion of you are being too controlling, but I'm doing it because I think I want, because I want what's best for you. However, I didn't realize that it was hurting you. And they actually talk it out like a good family.
I think that's fantastic. And your conversation is interrupted at first as the higher-ranking officials of the Conclave appear at your door, knocking and wanting to bring you to Tristani, the Dryad, leader of the Conclave. And your mother kind of says, "We'll continue our conversation tonight? Maybe dinner?"
Sure, I guess. I mean, And she's kind of awkward about it. I don't think she's had a proper conversation with her mom in a while.
If the guildmaster calls, you'd better go.
She hugs her mom, and then she will head out.
Your mom is kind of surprised by this at first, and
so is Ember.
yes, you can tell it's like a pleasant surprise, like just kind of like caught off guard a bit before she like pats your back, and she just says, "I'll see you when you get back."
She doesn't respond to that, but she'll nod and head out. Kind of like that embarrassed, like.
And now, as you appear before Trustani, she turns to you with all of her faces and looks at you, puzzled. I never expected it to be you.
Me neither.
The guilds are troubled. Conflict is growing. The guild is looking to someone to lead. Perhaps someone wearing armor symbolic of our past victories.
Okay, this is nice and all, and this was kind of nice, and I got to talk to my mom about it all, but I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't know what this was when I put it on, and honestly, I still kind of don't know what it is, even while I'm wearing it now in front of you. I don't think I'm the best person for the job.
I feel we all feel doubt at times.
Yeah, but this is not okay. Can I be completely not doubtful of the fact that I am not the person for the job? There is no doubt in my mind that I can't do this.
I have no doubt myself. I've been around for quite some time now, Ember. And the fact that you showed up here today with all 4 of these sacred items, it must mean something. You may take your time to think about it. Rakdos is not knocking on our door today, nor have the Gruul clans invaded in months now. But as you take your time, as conflict grows, I ask you to explore the possibilities in front of you. What may lie ahead in your life? And I know that can be an intimidating prospect.
I'm 15, man.
That's okay. Take your time.
Though?
Keep the armor, even if it ends up under your bed and dusty, or in the back corner of a closet. Just think about it. There is still time.
Okay, but if you find someone else, let me know right away.
I will let you know.
And I'll let you know if I find someone else.
All right.
And that's what I do.
How does this go? Do you just bring people in occasionally and be like, this one?
Yeah. It definitely starts off like that, but after a while I think she tries looking around the guild for someone who seems like a good person, I guess, and someone who just doesn't grab the first shiny object that they see, thinking that it'll add to the outfit.
Okay.
But yeah, I think she does search for somebody and occasionally bring up someone who may be a potential candidate.
Okay, we'll come back to you then.
Oh.
Sarah,
Hi.
how do you spend your time in the weeks following these events?
Well, now that there's a distraction going on in the garden, I utilize that to change out the bonsai trees for shrubs that look like trees.
Okay. Stealth check?
Do I get advantage because he's so distracted?
Yes.
Good. $14. Wait, no. 19.
Oh, even better. Yes, you can accomplish this. Fudge, your trees are growing very fast. They're growing, you turned around and they were small. and then you turned around again, and now they're bigger.
He forgets, ignoring Andrew.
Andrew,
Oh my god. Okay.
the trees are getting bigger.
I'd like to leave.
You may.
Oh. Bye.
She'll probably feel bad and turn around. She was more scared that you knew where she was the entire time.
I did.
I'm gonna.
The trees are all getting bigger.
That's because that's what they want to do.
But they're little trees.
And now they're a little bit bigger trees.
We're gonna have a forest.
Within a forest.
On a grove.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm excited.
Well, they're at least not on fire.
No, nothing's on fire.
Nothing's
I've got
on fire.
extra fire precautions.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
He'll point to buckets of water and sand that are everywhere.
I probably noticed that. Good job. Good job. Yes. Just make sure they don't overflow when it rains.
Oh, but that's okay. They could sort of like water the plants gently.
Druid craft. And then I walk away.
Aw.
And for the most part, the rest of what he does is he's always looking for disease within the trees in the forest and sticking to shadows and looking very sullen.
Yes.
He didn't have to face his fear, which was paperwork.
Oh. Yes, you never had to do that. You never had to face your fear. It was all about overcoming, and in fact, oftentimes you helped others overcome and didn't have to overcome your own.
No, I came out exactly the same.
A long journey's passed, and here we are, just where we started.
I'm
Avery,
thankful for this.
This may be a deeper question than I ever anticipated asking, and I know I said some of my questions might throw you off guard.
Okay.
I meant the fear one, not this one.
Oh god.
But
Oh no.
as years pass, what do you think Ember decides to do with their future?
How many years?
I think several years have passed
Okay.
now. You've finished your schooling. It's time to decide what your actual place within the guild will be. For so long, your identity has been defined not by you or your own actions, but your mother's. And then, of course, when you came back in this armor, the whole of the conclave looked to you as if you were different, as if they saw something in you suddenly that none of them had seen before. Self-righteous butts. But, like, these past few years have been different. They've given you some perspective. You've actually reached out to people and found the good that you see in them and why you think they might be heroes, potentially. What has this done for you? Where do you go from here?
Before we get too deep, can I ask a not very important question? Did I see this three-headed dragon with the mushroom hat?
A dryad,
Yeah,
but yes,
dryad.
you may
Oh.
give her 3 mushroom hats?
Huh? No, as in like, how long does the druid craft last?
Well, did you take care of your mushroom?
No, absolutely not.
Probably longer than you wanted it to.
Okay, fantastic. Oh goodness. Listen, I didn't flesh this character out like at all.
I know. I didn't expect this either, so please.
I think it takes a while for her to really take it almost seriously for it to set in. I think for a solid couple of years, she's just going to people like, hey, do you want this sword? Like, just trying to like shove it off onto someone else. But of course, everyone here knows the everyone. I assume most people in the guild know the history. I was like, no, you're chosen.
Oh yes. Yeah, you get that response a lot. And someone like, oh, it's so pretty, but it's yours.
It takes a lot, but I think she, after schooling and stuff, after high school, I guess.
Yeah.
She goes and does some soul seeking and like goes off for a year and like travels and asks this group if they want to come as well. And I'm just like you guys kind of enabled me a bit here.
Do you all go along?
Go on like another adventure?
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
We should though. There might be more trees.
No.
These trees have all got so big now.
They sure did. Almost as if it was planned.
Or planted.
I go along.
God damn it.
Thank you. Do you go, or do you stay?
I go.
Do you go, Alice?
I think she goes.
Do you go, Scrap?
I definitely go along. I'm really excited because I really believe in the election system in the Selesnya, where we just go on the first person to get magic items. It's great.
The four of you set off to explore the city of Ravnica, to learn the ins and outs, to do some soul searching, and to discover whether Imber's future holds this great grand destiny that they didn't really ask for, or if there's something else in the cards, if there's something else in the plans, and to see exactly how bad the rifts between the guilds have grown.
And I
And
learned
as you
that,
all
sorry,
said-
you go.
Yes.
You go. I was going to say, and I learned that the real treasure was the friends I made along the way.
Of course, of course. And as you set out into the city, credits roll. We're going to go through, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. I am Renee Rhodes. I've loved DMing for these wonderful folks today, and playing with them in real life is just an absolute dream. So it's been so great. Thank you all for coming. Can we just go down one more time and say again who you are, and then we'll wrap up.
Of course. Hi, I'm Scraticus, everyone. I run the Scraticus Academy. We're all about getting new people into D&D and other TTRPGs. You can check us out on Twitch. We go live again on the 12th of August.
I'm Alice. I'm the other half of the Scraticus Academy, so I won't repeat that, but yeah.
I'm Avery, go by MacBat Online. I'm an artist and cosplayer, an accidental hero of the people. Yeah, I draw stuff, so...
My name is Sarah. You can find me Sarah Somatic on Twitter. I'm the accidental hero of the trees. And also one of the new players that was in Scraticus. Really excited. You can find my podcast, Sacrosanct RP, online. Did I say everything correctly?
Yeah.
And
I have a podcast called Fate and Fable Maidens. It is a family-friendly actual play D&D podcast, and there's more information over here. You can find it at fatefmcast.com or across social media at fatefmcast. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our hosts, both Wizards of the Coast and Pastimes here at Gen Con 2019. Tomorrow they're running another game. The wonderful Celeste Conowitch will be running another Planeshifted session with some amazing people in the community as her players. So definitely come back by to check that out if you're interested. That is tomorrow at 2. But in the meantime, thank you again and enjoy Gen Con.